was last night's the beginning of his MVP campaign?
You know, I think it's certainly a start, right? What was he, 8 of 11 from 3, 37 points? And when
10 assists, 4 rebounds.
10 assists, 4 rebounds. And when you look at the way he played, it's almost like he played with coming into the season with a chip on the shoulder based on being, I don't want to call it bench, but not
utilized.
Not utilized at the level that he should have in the Olympics. And then he felt probably some type of way, although Jaylen Brown played pretty good to earn that MVP in the championship, but he probably felt as he was playing in the championship, he's going to be the one to get it, and it didn't happen. So when you start looking at all of that and how he was being talked about throughout the course of the season, I felt like he was going to come into the season doing just what he did last night. I felt that way. That's why I said Tatum probably going to wind up being the MVP. And I know other people got odds, and he may not be the guy because he's got a bunch of guys on the team that can do a lot of different things, where most MVPs is pretty much just them as the main guy, so to speak, but they got a lot of different horses that they could go to. I still think he gets the MVP.
What did you think? Do you think that Tatum is going to get the MVP? Who's your MVP pick?
Joy Key, I hope he doesn't get the MVP.
Why?
And I'm saying this because in my time in the NBA, and he's an MVP caliber player, but listen to this. Only 5 players have won MVP and won a championship since '98. It usually don't equivalates to a championship, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. I get that.
If you look at it, think about this. Joker won MVP last year, right?
Yes.
They didn't make it to the finals. The year before that, Embiid won it.
And they won the Nuggets won it.
And the Nuggets won it that year.
Uh-huh.
You know, so and look, here's the list. Michael Jordan did it in '98. Shaq did it in 2000. Tim in 2013. LeBron back-to-back 2012, 2013, and then Steph in 2015. The year Kobe won it is the year we beat them. So I love the individual accolades, but it usually doesn't add up to championships. Is he an MVP caliber player? I think so. I've even gone out of my way to say he's the best American-born player in the game today.
Can we be honest about the NBA MVP, though?
Uh-huh.
It's a little political. It's a little bit of the storyline. It's a little bit of, you know, what's around you. Like, we all know that Jokic is not going to win another MVP this year.
Man, you never know.
I don't think so.
That's one of the reasons I think Tatum going to get it.
You feel good about them giving him a 4th MVP? Like, how good would he have to be? Being that we can safely say he's 1 or 2 best player in the league right now,
he would have to have the #1 seed in the West. Okay. And he could put up the exact same numbers as he put up this year, but #1 seed in the West.
They would have.
But what if somebody else has better numbers? There's a lot of conversation that goes into the MVP.
There's not going to be more than. There's not going to be anybody in the league that's going to have better numbers than Jokic. When you look across the board between points, rebounds, and assists, there won't be. And the closest persons to Jokic that will be close to him will probably be Giannis, because he's going to put up the points and the rebounds with a few assists. But when you talk, or Luka Doncic, he'll have the numbers, but I'm not sure his team.
Well, and all those guys have the best odds to win MVP.
Yes.
So that all tracks.
But even that list that you just named, everybody on that list play both ends of the floor, too. That's why I look at that as well. When I start looking at it, then you say from a political standpoint, I feel like that's one of the main reasons the people that's voting is kind of going to give him.
Like both ends of the court, Key. I mean, Joker's not really the best defensive player.
Luka doesn't play.
Luka doesn't. And then, he's
gotten better, but
like Harden wasn't the best defensive player.
Yeah, but Harden did record-breaking type stuff.
Yeah. And, so I think it has a lot to do. You have to combine the team success with the numbers. And you know who's going to have the numbers? Luka and Joker going to have the numbers. Giannis going to have the numbers.
I'm not saying that Tatum's not going to play at an MVP level. He has played at an MVP level.
Yeah,
I think that he gets cannibalized by playing next to Jaylen Brown. And when Jaylen Brown wins the finals MVP,
but that's why I think they're going to give him something. He got kind of like passed over in the Olympics. He got kind of passed over to a degree in the NBA championship.
But he didn't get passed over.
I said kind of. Because
he didn't. That's why he didn't win it.
In his mind, I can tell you he probably felt like, because at that last game, I don't know which game.
You feel like he was robbed for finals MVP?
No, I didn't say robbed. I said kind of passed over, Joy.
But
he was trying the last game.
Was the finals
I will
MVP.
tell you this. The Celtics are the most disrespected champs ever. that I've ever seen. Think about this. Tatum gets benched at the Olympics. Brown, the MVP, don't even make the Olympics.
That was, I agree with you.
I mean, that's just disrespectful.
It was kind of crazy.
That has something to do with some shoes or something.
Man, I don't care. It's still disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So we should have easily had 4 players playing on the Olympic team.
Who are you picking for your MVP this year?
MVP, since I said, I'm going to go Shai Gilgeous.
Me too. That's also
Shai
my choice.
Gilgeous. He's going to have the numbers. It's a new, shiny new car. You're not getting overwhelmed with Joker and Embiid and Giannis, those guys that
They're also going to be a really good team.
They're going to be, Embiid not going to be in the conversation because he won't play in the games.
They already started. Shaq, them already had it.
But it just, the league is always looking for new faces to market, and if you're playing well enough and you're on a top-tier team, I can see them giving it to Shai Gilgeous.
I agree. So now let's get to our finals predictions because we didn't get a chance to do them yesterday.
Okay.
The Celtics look dominant, but who do you have in and winning the NBA Finals?
So since I say that the MVP doesn't usually win the championship, the MVP is Shai, so I'm going to put OKC versus the Celtics.
But the Celtics win.
But the Celtics
So you have the Celtics repeating.
I got the Celtics repeat. I mean, just last night, just to watch them, like, that's the thing when you win a championship. Because before you win a championship, you think you can win it. And then when you win it, you know you can win it. And then when you come back, I'm telling you, like, we the best in the world. Because I'll tell you, the year after we won, we were better the next year. We were better the next year. I think we started the season about 27-2 before KG got hurt. We would have won 70 games that year. We felt like, all right, we got everything is on a string. Mm-hmm. If we don't get injured, we win it back-to-back.
And they're bringing everybody back.
Everybody's back. Everybody has a contract. Everybody's relatively young. You talking about your core is 26, 27 years old. This is something we're going to be talking about, you guys, for the next 5 years, about the Celtics being in contention to win a championship for the next 5 years.
Who you got?
I'm going to echo Paul and pick the Celtics and the Thunder.
And
I think the Thunder coming out the Celtics. I think the Celtics got the best team in the NBA.
Both have the Celtics repeating.
They got the best team in the NBA. They deep. They run deep. They got defenders, whether it's Holiday, whether it's White. Tatum can defend pretty much every position. I mean, you got Jaylen. They got a lot. They got a lot of stuff.
Think about this last night. They didn't have Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, Porzingis.
Yeah.
I mean, and they've been in the mix for about, the last 5 years?
Yeah.
They've been in the mix.
Yeah.
And like Paul said, when you win one, you feel like, oh, okay, we can win another. We know we can do this.
We know what it takes now, yep.
Everybody, there's no animosity. I ain't arguing with you. You ain't arguing with me. I'm mad because you got 200. I'm only making 60 now. Ain't none of that. Mm-hmm. Everything is like, hey, we all one big happy family, and that's what it takes. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, but that's,
Yeah. I think the road will be much more difficult through the East this year than it was last year.
They put it on the Knicks, and the Knicks were supposed to be and I know it's game one.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be their conference,
yeah.
right?
They sent a message for sure.
Sent them home, gave them some stitches.
I think it will be a harder road through the playoffs this year than it was last year. Obviously, health is something that plays a role for everyone, so we're making these predictions based off of if everyone is healthy, which is why I have the Heat over the Thunder in the NBA Finals.
All right, the Heat over the Thunder.
But it'll be Heat, Boston, Eastern Conference
Finals.
Finals.
Who's on the Heat again?
I was about to say, I don't even know who they got other than Jimmy.
Who's on the Heat again?
We do this bit every
Other
year.
than Jimmy, that's it.
And then somehow it doesn't matter.
They got Bam and Jimmy.
They have Bam. Bam, he's fine. He does okay. He does fine. That's
I just Bam and Jimmy.
Yeah. Bam actually was on the Olympic team and played.
Yeah, Bam. I like Bam a lot, actually.
Yeah. A little hero there, right? Ain't a little hero there? Who else? What else they got?
I don't know, man. It's tough to name those Heat players. I forget.
And Spo and Pat, I trust. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.